Okay, so we're looking at how to find the inverse of a 3 by 3 matrix. Okay, this is the formula 1 over the determinant, it's matrix A. So the determinant of matrix A multiplied by the adjoint of matrix A. Okay, yes. So we're going to look at an example here. Let's say we have matrix A. So here we're going to be using the cofactor method. All right, so here we have 7, -3, 3, 4, -1, -2. Yes, madam. Try to log in and log out. Okay, so step 1, we need to find our determinant. Yes, step 1, get the determinant. Okay, so here, in order to get the determinant, we're going to look at the top row. Okay, and remember this. For matrices, it's plus, minus, and plus. Okay, so this is what I mean. We look at 7 here. Okay, so you cross over this one, cross over this one. Kindly mute your mic. Mute your mic. So here it's like we have plus 7. Then you make a small 2 by 2 matrix, okay, with these numbers here. Okay, so make a small 2 by 2 matrix. That's going to be -1, -2, 2, and -1. We close. Okay, then you put, so here it's plus, and here you put minus. Then you now come to the next number. Okay, first we started with 7. Have you seen? You cross out the numbers down, cross out the numbers on the same row, so that you make a smaller matrix here for -1, -2, 2, and -1. Now the next one, next number is this -3 here in the middle. You circle it, -3. So you cross out this 7 here, you cross out this 3 here, you cross out these numbers below 3. So we make our small matrix here. So outside we put here -3. Then we make our small matrix. So here 4, 0, -2, -1. All right, then you put plus. Then you go to the next number, this positive 3 here. Okay, you get this. Circle it. Cancel this 7 and negative 3 here. Cancel this negative 2 and negative 1 here. So I have this small matrix here, 4, negative 1, 0, and 2. So here we're going to put plus, as we put the 3, which we've circled. Then here we have 4, negative 1, 0, and 2. So 4, 0, negative 1, and 2. Yes. Before I go any further, any questions? Mm. These signs here, this plus is this plus here, this minus is this one. So it's always going to be like this. Always. Just remember plus, minus, plus. Okay. Any other questions? Okay. So now we start doing our tabulation. So basically here we're getting our mini determinants. Okay. These are like the mini determinants. So this is how you get them. Okay. You're going to say, here you're going to say 1 times negative 1, that is negative 1, minus 2 times negative 2, that is negative 4. Okay. All of this, and we have the plus 7 outside here. This negative and this negative make positive. So we have plus, here with this 3, put it outside here. You get the mini determinant. So you're going to say 4 times negative 1. You're going to get negative 4, minus 0 times negative 2, that is 0. Plus, here we put another 3 outside. Going to say 4 times 8, we get 8, minus 0 times negative 1, that is 0. So we solve negative 1 minus negative 4, negative and negative make positive. So negative 1 plus 4, that is 3. 3 times 7, 21. Plus negative 0 minus 4, negative 4 minus 0, that is negative 4. Negative 4 times 3, that is negative 12. plus 8 minus 0, that is 8. 8 times 3, that is 24. Okay. So our determinant is going to be 21 plus negative 12, which is the same as 21 minus 12, plus 24, we get 33. So that is our determinant, 33. Any questions before I move further? Any questions, queries? Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, step 2, now you get the cofactors. So remember, for cofactors, remember this. Plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus. So you're going to see how these signs are going to come into effect. Okay. So here we need, so I'll say step 2, get cofactors. Okay, so what you're going to do is this. So that same process we started with when we're getting the, when we're trying to get the determinant, we're going to redo that process again. Okay. So let me just use this as a reference here. So you have 7, negative 3, 3, 4, negative 1, negative 2, 0, 2, negative 1. Okay, so we're going to start. For our first cofactor, you circle this 7. Okay, get rid of this and this. So our first cofactor is this negative 1, negative 2, 2, negative 1. This same one we got here, it comes back again. Negative 1, negative 2, 2, negative 1. We go to the next number. So basically, we're going to go through each of all these numbers in this matrix to get the cofactors. Okay, we're going through every number in the matrix. So this is the most time-consuming part. Okay, so in the exam, these are the ones you start with. Okay, the next cofactor, we come here again. We go to the middle number. which is this -3. Do that. Cancel this 2 here. Cancel this one. Cancel this one. So the matrix remain with is 4, -2, 0, -1. The next number you come to is this 3 here. Cancel this, this, this. 4, -1, 0, 2. Okay, we go to the next one. Let me make it clear here. Just want to redraw this matrix so that it's looking clear as we go with the next numbers. Yeah, so let me just redraw that matrix there. 7, -3, 3, 4, -1, -2, 0, 2, -1. So as I said, we're going through all the numbers in the matrix, okay, and getting the cofactors. So next we come to this 4 here, which is under 7. Okay. Once you do, yes. Mm. You're not leaving out determinants, you're just leaving out the number that's in the mid. The number that's, how can I say? Don't know how to call these numbers here. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Oh, here you want, yes, this part here, we're not doing that, yes, madam. We're not doing that here. We're just focusing on the cofactors. So in this part, you won't be doing that. So here we have -3, 3, 2, -1. Okay, we go to the next number. Next number is -1. So you move this, you move that one, you move that one. So you have 7, 3, 0, -1. 730 negative 1. And the next number is negative 2. Here, negative 2, so we cancel this one. And we cancel that one. So you have 7, negative 3, 0, and 2. Okay. The next now we go to our bottom row numbers. Mm-hmm. Okay, so here in the bottom row, the first number 0, get this, get that. So we have 3, negative 3, negative 3, 3, negative 1, negative 2. Okay, we go to the next number in the bottom row. It's this 2 here. So you have 7, 4, 3, negative 2. Seven, 3, 4, negative 2. Then our final number in the bottom row, so this negative 1 here, get rid of these on the top, and also these here. So we have 7, negative 3, 4, negative 1. 7, negative 3, 4, negative 1. Yes. Ish, this process, it's a long process, colleagues. Inverse. Any questions before I go to the next part? Huh? Oh, the screen is disappearing. No, don't worry. Once the video is done, you'll be able to see everything. So we're going to, for these cofactors, we're going to get their determinants. The way we're getting these determinants on top here, we're going to apply the same thing. But then these signs here, are going to be attached to the determinants. Okay, these signs here are going to be attached to each determinant. Okay, so we start to get the determinants. We say equals. So we start. We say we put first. There's a positive sign here, so you put positive here. Then you're going to say 1 times -1, we get a -1 times -1, we get +1. So 1 minus -2 times 2, we get -4. Okay, we come to the next one here. Put a sign here. Here, the next one is the negative sign, so you put minus. Then you're going to say 4 times -1, you get -4. Okay. Now, these determinants, we're not going to add or subtract them. Once you get them, then you just attach the sign there. Okay, so please don't think that I'm going to subtract this one and this one. No, I've just attached this negative sign there. Maybe let me move them further apart so that you will avoid confusion. And so put a negative sign here, negative. Then we're going to say it's 4 times -1, that is -4. Then you say 0 times -2, that is 0. -4 minus 0. Okay, then next we have a positive sign, so you put here plus positive sign. No, actually not plus, because it would be implying that I'm trying to add. Positive sign here, then you're going to say 4 times 2, that is 8, minus -1 times 0, that is 0. Okay, we now go to the bottom row. And in the next row here, there's a minus sign there, so you put the negative sign here. Then you say -3 times -2, that is +6, minus 3 times -1, that is -3. The next sign here is positive, so you put a positive sign here. Then you're going to say 7 times -1, that is -7, minus 3 times 0, that is 0. Negative sign here. Seven times 2, that is 14, . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . 14 . minus negative 3 times 0, that is 0. Okay, let me just get bundles quickly before I'm kicked out by network. For the bundles finished, let me just get the bundles. But as I'm getting the bundles, you can ask any questions so far if you have. Okay, next we have the positive sign here according to our top there. Positive. So we're going to say 3 times negative 2, that is positive 6, minus 3 times negative 1, that is negative 3. Then the next minus sign there. And we say 7 times negative 2. Mm-hmm. Just come again, madam. So, mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Yes, when you're getting a determinant, you're subtracting the product of the leading diagonal minus the product of the trailing diagonal. So you will be subtracting throughout here. The next is positive. 7 times negative 1, negative 7, minus negative 3 times 4, negative 12. All right, colleagues. Yes. All right. So it's now we need to get our values. So here we start. Negative 1 minus negative 4. That's what the same as 1 plus 4. So we get positive 5. Okay. Oh, so even here when getting the determinant, I made this minor error. It was supposed to be, and I did, it wasn't supposed to be negative 1 here. It was supposed to be positive 1. So 1 minus, so 5 times 7. So it was supposed to be 35 here. Supposed to be 35. So let me just get the correct determinant. Yeah, so colleagues, these errors are bound to occur for matrices. Missing up a minus or a positive sign, they are bound to occur. So I would advise you take your time when you're doing this question in the exam. Okay, take your time. Because if you miss a negative, like how I missed there, you get different values. Okay? Yeah. So we go back to our cofactors here now. Here we have negative 4 minus 0, that is negative 4. So since there's a negative outside and we have a negative 4, it becomes positive 4. Which one? You're talking about this first one here, this one minus negative 4. Yes. And since there's a positive value, so it just still remains positive. Here, 8 minus 0, that is 8. So we just remain with a positive 8. Okay. Actually, at this point, the positive signs, you don't really even need to show them. Don't really need to show them. Okay. Here, 6 minus negative 3. Negative and negative make positive. So 6 plus 3, that is 9. So since there's a minus outside, so we put negative 9. Here, negative 7 minus 0, that is negative 7. Now, since there's a positive, positive and negative make negative. So, remain with negative 7. 14 minus 0, 14. So, since there's a minus sign outside, so you put negative 14 here. Here, 6 minus negative 3 becomes 6 plus 3, that is 9. Since there's a positive value outside, positive. Here, negative 14 minus 12, we get negative 26. Since there's a negative outside, negative and negative make positive. So that negative 26 becomes positive. Here, negative 7 minus negative 12. Negative and negative make positive. So negative 7 plus 12, that is positive 5. Since there's a plus sign, so still remains positive. Mm-hmm. Negative 14 minus 12. You get negative 26. Now, since there's a negative outside, negative and negative make positive. So we've got the cofactors. Step 3, we are getting the adjoint matrix, meaning we have to transpose. Step 3. Negative 14 minus 12. What does your calculator give you? Negative 14 minus 12. That's wrong. Because negative and negative, you go further along the number line. You go further because it's negative and this minus, so you go further along left to the number line. So I don't know how you're punching it in the calculator. Try on your phone. Try your phone calculate. Minus 12. Mm-hmm. Yes, put minus 14 minus 12. Mm-hmm. Yes. So reach step 3, we have to transpose. So when you're transposing a matrix, there each row becomes a column. Okay? So this matrix has got 3 rows. This first row, row 1, so it becomes our first column. So it becomes 5, 4, 8. You move to the second row, this one here, so it becomes -9, -7, -7.26. Then we go to the next, the last row here, comes a column 9, 26, 5. Oh, here it has to be -14. Hey, why did I put 26? 9, -7, -14. And yeah, the next one 9, 26, 5. So this is our adjoint matrix. Okay. So if you remember the formula, it says the inverse of a matrix I equals 1 over the determinant multiplied by the adjoint. So our determinant was 47. Yes. Then you multiply the, you start 1 over 47 times 5, that is 5 over 47. 1 over 47 times negative 9, that's negative 9 over 47. 1 over 47 times 9, that is 9 over 47. The next one, 1 over 47 times 4, 4 over 47. 1 over 47 times negative 7, that is negative 7 over 47. 1 over 47 times 26, this is 26 over 47. Okay. If these fractions can be simplified, you have the liberty of simplifying them. But in the case where they can't be simplified, you just leave them as fractions. Okay. Here we have 8 over 47, negative 14 over 47, 5 over 47. And that's your inverse matrix. Yes.